Oh, hello everybody. It's a Thursday, and that means Delta Green. We're back for more, guys. Obviously, we've been away for a short period of time, mainly due to things like moving house, trying to sort out a time when we can all get together and do this bloody thing. But we're here now, and we're here for you. Thank you so much for joining us once again at the table, or however virtual it might be. Just because obviously we've gone through 8 other episodes so far. Well, this is episode 9. I hope this is episode 9.
Be it ever so mighty.
Yes. Now, as far as I know, everybody is taking absolutely perfect notes. Yeah. I think you might be. Are you muted, Simon? I'm not sure.
Yep, I am. I'm not saying anything, but I am muted.
How did I know, even when you weren't saying anything? So you're all taking brilliant notes, and I'm proud of you. Each and every one of you. You are making me so happy as a handler.
Yeah, it's all here. Don't worry. Yeah.
So what we're going to do, because and I'll be honest, Delta Green can be a little bit left field, a little bit mad in the way in which it's kind of structured. So there's not always a really good and clear understanding about what's happening. You can all agree it's fine. So I figured it might actually be a nice idea just to go over what's happened so far.
Oh, go on.
Go on.
Wagwan.
Go on. So, let's see. Let's have a look at. Does anybody remember what operation this is called? By the way,
Viscid?
Operation Smurfette.
I mean,
Flubber?
Operation Flubber. I mean, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Bear with me just for a second.
Oh, I've no idea.
I mean, also we don't have the VTT open today, which I believe has the name of the operation on it.
Admittedly, we are running without our virtual tabletop today because for some weird reason it doesn't seem to like our internet currently.
Doesn't like our new house.
But that is my excuse for not.
I love the fact that I've been racking my brains for what the last 3 sessions were, and I was there going, okay, we did that, then we did that, then we did that. First question out your mouth, what's the name of the operation? I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's been 9 sessions.
Not a massive time. It's Operation Malta. Yay, points to nobody. Right.
I don't even think I ever wrote that down. Ever. I think that might be the
wasn't
first
an
time.
important thing. I just wanted to try and left field you.
Okay.
So we started off essentially on a train over to St Ives. You all got together. You had a meeting with who was it we all met with?
Harold Lemon.
A woman.
Yes, that's right. Your handler, Harold Lemon. Who gave you the information that a retired geneticist by the name of Tibalt Grieves and his live-in girlfriend of Amanda Griffin, they had perished the night previous, had been found. Oh, sorry, it wasn't a night previous. It was 2 nights previously. On the 1st of October of 2014. They were found dead on the premises of their home in St Ives. Tibalt was found on the threshold of his house on the driveway with some kind of mutilation happened on his mouth. And in the actual house itself, Amanda Griffin was found in a similar state of deadness. The weird thing about this, obviously, other than the kind of dead elements, was that there was a rather large and complex laboratory discovered hidden on the premises. There was also some form of small marks or kind of bloodied around the corpses, possibly fingerprints. Yes, making little walkie, looky things. There was also within the actual laboratory itself, there was found some samples which had the word "bounce" written on the canister. And this is how the flubber thing came into it.
It's fucking flubber, dude. It just is. It's flubber.
It has to be, really, doesn't it? There's no other option now. These samples were then taken to the local airport, which it was loaded onto an aircraft, and that was sent towards, I believe it was Leeds. Unfortunately, on the way there, it crashed. Nobody knows why, and it is currently a flaming wreckage somewhere, and it has been located, but it's somewhere in the Welsh countryside.
Wye Valley.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice point to Gryffindor. I'm assuming you're Gryffindor. I don't know. Probably Slytherin.
You're not Gryffindor.
I refuse to be housed in the fucking turf factory. Well, please continue.
Apparently, the hat can send you to Azkaban as well. So
can it? Well, that's
apparently so.
That's no good, is it?
Can it send me to Hobbiton? No.
No.
It's no good then, is it? Stupid hat.
So you guys arrived at the premises. You had a look around. You found actually a couple of bits of evidence there, which was interesting. Can you remember roughly what those pieces of evidence pertained to?
Sorry, at which place?
So you at the premises of Tibalt Grieves.
We got some check stubs.
Check stubs, yeah. Do you remember who they were pointing towards?
Yep. Solicitor Aaron Silverman.
Okay, Aaron Silverman. Aaron Silverman's on the board. Right.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was something to do with being paid to a builder over a mix-up.
Yeah, sure.
And there was some other details, a diary or something that said about... Sorry, yep.
Didn't we find out, was it Potentia Holdings who had funded the lab?
Yes, where the money was funneled through, wasn't it?
Yeah, it paid through them in the Cayman Islands.
Yeah. Okay.
And also a bird with fingers.
Ah, the birds with fingers. Yes, at which point...
And
yes.
In the diary, there was also another bit that said about a Wells delivery every couple of months, which was Tonne, Belton and Wells Detective Agency in Plymouth.
Yes, you managed to deduct through careful Googlage that the Belton, Wells and Dinot, it's probably not in that order, but the detective agency was
it really wasn't in that order at all.
Way. No, it wasn't. There are people. The detective agency was responsible for some form of delivery. The way that you found this out as well was via the wonders of local news, because apparently their premises had been burnt down. So,
not just their premises, but everybody's premises.
Well, yes. Yes, everybody's premises in Plymouth.
Yeah, the whole of Plymouth is a smoking
fireball
hole in the ground.
But that's another issue. That's not about a fire. So we discovered that there were some bizarre crows with fingers in the back garden. Who knows what that's about? A little bit of sanity loss. You then...
Maybe they're counting crows.
Oh, yes. No. Points deducted. Didn't
they have a song that had blue in the title anyway? So
you guys then head towards the coroner's, which was over in Truro. Now, the coroners had the bodies of both Tibalt Grieves and Amanda Griffin.
I don't think it had the body of Tibalt Grieves because his body dissolved into goo. About
the remains of
had his hand,
they had the slop bucket. Yeah, okay.
The slop bucket. I think it was his feet and a left hand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there was
yes.
some extremities that didn't get gooified.
No, you're absolutely correct. It was not a body. So you guys went there. You met up with the coroner. Does anybody remember the name of the coroner?
I'm trying not to.
The coroner?
The coroner.
Where are we? The coroner?
Dr. Actually,
Lewis Stubbs.
Dr. No, not Dr. Ross. That was somebing else. That was Dr.
It's
Dr. Stubbs.
It's like
Nick, you got it. Well done.
The pathologist.
He's only gonna get that when he watches this back.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, well done, Nick, for saying that first.
I was concentrating. In my defence, I was concentrating, and I don't listen to other people when I'm
That's
concentrating.
That's fine.
At the coroner's office, after various toing and froing with Mr. Stubbs, or should I say Dr. Stubbs, he sent away his secretary, who left for the night. You guys then went into the what would you call it? It's the morgue, I suppose. Yes, you went into the actual morgue itself, and you went through the process of examining the body of Amanda Griffin. You found some kind of flubber, which who did it attack? I don't remember. Was it you, Argus? I don't remember. Who was it?
No, it wasn't. It was him. It was the doctor because he was doing the autopsy.
Oh, yes.
And it popped out of him and grabbed his wrist.
Yes, there we go.
Popped out of the body and grabbed.
It made
his wrist.
contact.
It did.
So it made
Unfortunately.
contact.
Yes, and unfortunately, for him, that was fatal. Not from flubber. From
a twitchy twitch.
From a slightly twitchy twist. and
a slightly gung ho crazy Eddie.
A knife throw, I suppose.
I was not gung ho. I waited for permission, and then I did my job.
You did. You were
very quickly.
You were very good. So,
just because I don't hesitate doesn't mean I'm gung ho. Gung ho means I do it before the nod.
I'm sorry, you're not American. My mistake.
After the gruesome murder of Dr. Lewis Stubbs. Hey,
and the willful destruction of property afterwards,
and the explosion which followed, due to a slight failing, a critical fail, one might call it.
Over success, I would prefer to call it over success. Yes. Unmitigated amount of success.
You were overachieving.
Exactly. I was overachieving.
Yeah. You found yourselves essentially on the run. From the police. You managed to give them the slip. You swapped out a number plate. You then found yourself at a canal on the way to Plymouth, and at that canal attempting to get rid of your car, which was now, to all intents and purposes, hot. Your friend, albeit of about 24 hours, Icarus, passed out. He was spewing various weird phrases and things like that. One of which was, "Don't trust Ross," because he hates friends. You then take Icarus to the hospital and you drop him off there. Still unconscious. When whilst you're doing this, Twist leaves to go and talk to a contact by the name of Specs. The rest of you then, what do you do? What do you guys do? Does anybody remember?
Well, I wasn't there for any of that, as after the murder and explosion, I left the group in a... We can call it
in
a huff. In a huff. We can call it in a huff.
A huff is good.
Yeah. How unreasonable for me to be huffy about
murder,
being shot at.
Murder, arson,
and then like
you time. It's fine. You were having you time.
Witnessing the murder of a man, and then So I went to get drunk, which is not great for my character being a recovering alcoholic. But I also met a Delta Green agent.
You did. Yes.
By the name of Rankin. I forget his first name, or if he even gave it.
He did not give it. Rankin was the man.
And he seemed to want to help and gave me the address of a Delta Green safe house called a Green Box in Plymouth. There you go. That's my contribution. I feel very clever.
That's excellent.
That's
excellent. No, that's brilliant, and it's all very relevant as well, because you all decide to, other than Twist, decide to go to said Green Box. You find
but
this
Twist
location.
wanted to be involved, so she kept getting Cleric to message her and
kept on texting.
Yeah.
So at this Green Box, you find an array of chaos and very large weaponry. And towards the back, after searching around for a little while, you find a very strange machine that looks like kind of old ZX81 strapped to a 1960s TV. You then muck about with it a little bit. Based on some stuff that Icarus said, in fact, you start typing in some of what he said, and it pings up a bit of information about Icarus, or at least Icarus then speaks to you. Some more sanity loss, hooray! You guys then, no, it's all fine. You guys then head, after you decided that there's not a lot more you can do in this place, you then head towards the solicitors. But on the way, Argus... this is not correct. You head towards the burnt-out remains of the
detective agency.
The detective agency, yes. You have a look at it. It looks incredibly burnt out, and like an incredibly hot flame has actually just taken that place out. Eddie works out
thermite hot.
Thermite.
Yeah.
And a massive amount of C4. Someone wanted that place leveled. You then speak to one of the business owners towards the end of the block, who's had their entire gym completely destroyed. You talk to him. You find out the number of I believe it is. Can anybody tell me?
Number of what?
I wasn't there.
Number
so no.
of it
was Wells, wasn't it?
No, it's Belton.
Sorry, Dalton.
Yes.
Who's the one in hospital at the moment?
Wells.
It's Evelyne Wells.
That is Wells. Wells was in hospital.
Evelyne Wells is in
Evelyne
hospital.
Wells, Ted Belton, and Aaron Dinnott. I can't read my own handwriting.
Argus heads towards the coffee shop that has been agreed as a meeting place. This coffee shop just so happens to be in the hospital in Plymouth, because Wells is currently in a coma after having been shot with a very high-powered rifle. What does it all mean? Any guesses, first of all?
Flubber.
Okay, Flubber. Nick, what's your guess?
Americans.
We found the only M80 in the UK. I'm blaming the Americans. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Did we take that, by the way? Or did we just lock it back up?
I think you just left
I
it
picked
there.
it up and went, what the and dropped it again.
We're
suggested
100% going to need it.
Yeah, Twist suggested that one of you takes it to a wood or somewhere and slightly like hides it, so in case we need it at any other point. And then everyone went, no.
But it's already in a like secret safe house that we know how to get into. So like that's
if we just
really
in case
need
it goes wrong with them and we have to fight against them, it might go a bit.
we still know
Also,
the
it's
code.
an M80. It's the length of the inside of a small car.
Yes. The car that you have stolen is basically poking out one of the side windows.
Yeah, I mean, the police might stop us if they notice what, to all intents and purposes, an anti-tank weapon.
I'm sorry, but no local Plymouth police officer is going to stop someone with an M80. That guy is
with his little truncheon going,
excuse
you
me.
stop in the name of the Lord.
Okay.
I got selective blindness, I have.
Have you got license for all this? Yes.
Totally. All
right, I believe you.
So,
it's a fishing rod, officer, honestly.
now that you know the location of lots and lots of heavy weaponry, and I believe it was a domino set. Sorry, my heating has just made a very weird noise. Now that you know where this is, you head over to the hospital and met up with Ted Belton, who is one of the detectives. And Argus goes to meet him essentially on his own. Cleric sits over in the corner of the coffee shop. Eddie, I believe, is outside in a car waiting to get away at a moment's notice.
I know my place.
Do we have any further questions, though?
I have one further question.
What is your further question?
My further question is, and I'm going to ask you this, even though it's something that I've done, John.
That's fine.
Why have I written the name James Roberts, brackets, volcano, on my character sheet?
That was the Delta Green agent that we looked up. And he was in Turkey next to a volcano.
That's right.
Because
Was that on the computer thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
Great.
on the computer we changed the number up or down by one. And John had to pull agents out of his butt. So
I could just about account for everything else, all the other scattered notes, but I was like,
fine.
The fuck is this thing about a volcano?
Sorry, that was me.
Also, Twist, while she was out meeting Specs,
Hang on.
Oh, I didn't know if you was going.
Oh, okay. No. Let's not jump ahead. In fact, I think I should really, really warn you before we go ahead. Because Delta Green is not about guns. It is not about a bug hunt. It is also not about understanding. And I think we've proven that with this last 20 minutes.
Yep.
Delta Green is about the end. The end of everything, your family, everyone you know, your country, all life on Earth. It's about the end of everything and your place in it. How fun. Because you will end too. Will this game? Who knows? That's what the fear is about. That's what the game is about. It's not about winning and it's not about advancement. It's not about the best weapon or the most clever plan, which is really lucky. Delta Green is about the end of everything. And how much of it that you will live to see. Welcome to Delta Green. Hello. We open on a hotel room with a man sitting at a desk in the dark. As the glow from a laptop in front of him cuts a hard blue line on his grey suit, silhouetting him to the woman who sat on the bed behind. You really should be more careful, you know. I managed to find your trail incredibly easily. The light glances off of the glasses of a wholly and remarkable man. On the screen, 2 separate shots taken from CCTV cameras. In one window, an orange light hits the rear of a powder blue car, making an obvious high-speed exit onto a highway. In the second window, a large, bald man in a car park removes the number plate from another vehicle. I've deleted everything I could find, but I don't know if anyone else saw it before I could. A low female voice. Thank you, Specs. He looks round. We need to be careful. He picks up his coffee and takes a drink and sets it back down on the desk. The camera follows it back down, and we cut to a different cup of coffee. Hand around the cup lifts to the mouth of a man in his 40s. He looks like he's not slept in some time. We pull back, and we see we are in a coffee shop in a hospital. Across the table sits Argus. If you're really a reporter, maybe you'd be interested in seeing what I have to show you. Argus.
I would. I'd be very interested.
Very well. So, let's see if you can make any sense of it as well, then. My flat's not too far from here. Fancy a walk?
Sounds good.
All right. And he,
I'll stand. I know that Cleric is in the coffee shop with me.
Yes.
Hopefully overhearing as much of this conversation as he's been able to. So I think as I stand, I know where Eddie's been.
Sure.
I will very pointedly make eye contact with Eddie as I'm getting up. And when
Eddie's in the car out the front.
Yeah.
So
he's got sight lines on
but
where
I am looking
I'm
in.
sure we would have. Yeah. I will. I mean, whether I can see his face or not through 2 panes of glass, I will look into that windscreen. And when this is Ted Belton, isn't it? Just to remind myself. When Ted is turned away from me, I will look at Eddie or where I know Eddie to be and do like a follow me, kind of cock my head.
Okay.
And then I'll follow Ted.
So, firstly, Cleric, could you please roll me an awareness? Or an alertness, I believe it is, isn't it?
No.
Oh, hang on one moment. I have notes up here.
Ooh.
What is your alertness?
Either 200 or 2. So I would say that's
failed.
a 2 on under 39.
Gosh.
That's very good. Very good indeed.
Just for once.
Okay,
Top notch roll.
You managed to hear this conversation. They're being quiet. There's perhaps a couple of little things that you miss out on. Those moments when maybe Belton is a little bit more kind of, he's not being the most expressive guy. We were
walking
standing
to a
up, and everybody was walking out. Eddie, you rolled an alertness, I believe.
Yes, and I passed, just about.
You passed. That's very good. You notice a couple of things. Firstly, you do see Argus. You see him stand up. He looks fine. He doesn't look like he's threatened or anything like that. It looks like the meeting that has just happened with Belton seems fairly normal. You also notice a whole bunch of other people kind of milling around. I'd like you to give me a humint as well.
Oh, here we go. Prepare to be underwhelmed with my humint of 10.
I'm ready.
45 over 10.
Okay.
What is human?
What are humans? Who knows?
What are human?
You are sat in your car, and you're looking out at the various people kind of wandering by. You see, like, there's a small kid who walks alongside their mother, like a little girl with like blonde hair tied back into a ponytail, and just behind them, there's a delivery guy, probably like delivering like some stuff for the coffee shop. There's a guy with some flowers. There's a whole collection of old ladies who start wandering into the actual building itself. You notice all of these things. You don't pick up on some subtleties.
Okay. There we go. Yes, I'm going to take a claw hammer out of my toolbox.
The old ladies.
Yes, you do, yeah.
I'm going to kind of just put it on the inside of my coat. Then I'm going to go and buy some lovely flowers, lovely spray of flowers. And as I'm walking along and I'm following wherever Argus is.
It's okay. I think I'm Argos now. It's fine. Like,
sorry, it's British.
Sorry.
no. He didn't pick the name. They gave him the name. It's all good. Call me Argos.
But yeah, and at a suitable point, he's just going to slip the hammer in amongst the flowers.
Okay.
And just be walking along.
Okay.
Humming a tune.
EastEnders with a bunch of daffodils.
Classic.
Hey, I'm a sociopath, but I'm not EastEnders level yet.
No, I mean, that's
How dare you?
So
I've only killed an entire block of people. EastEnders have done far worse than that.
Okay, and where are you walking to?
Just ambling roughly in the direction of Argus, keeping him in sight.
Okay. So Argus, he stands up, and Belton, he stands up and he waits for you to essentially get up as well, and you both start heading towards the exit. And Belton turns around to you and says, "Okay, it's just round the corner. It's about 5 minutes walk." And he
Fine, lead the way.
And he just he starts walking along. He walks out of the building, and he heads just to the south and starts heading towards some slightly more residential streets. Eventually, you arrive at essentially it's just a couple of like slightly taller buildings, obviously like a older like a Victorian house that has been split into a couple of different flats. Cleric, what are you doing at this point?
I'm of a mind to try and follow the detective, who probably is quite good at spotting people trying to follow him.
Okay.
So I would give it a few moments, let them walk out of the shop.
Yeah.
and then I'll casually sort of fold up the magazine or the newspaper or whatever it was I was reading. Finish off the coffee. Look at my watch and go. Oh, okay. Swig the coffee. Take the magazine or the newspaper and just stroll in the same direction. Maybe sort of scrolling through the phone at the same time.
Okay. So what is your stealth?
14.
It's pretty good stealth.
It's about as good as my other one, my lookalike. Would you like me to roll a stealth by any chance, Jonathan?
Love you to roll a stealth for me.
Please be a 00200.
This is going to be an opposed. Get my dice out.
Okay.
How's it looking, cleric?
What did you get?
That's the smile of a man who's rolled very well.
What did you get?
I rolled 67 over 14.
I mean,
only just out.
That is solid.
Yeah,
that is solid.
Yeah.
It's good.
Let me just make a note in here. Failed stealth.
Now, you don't necessarily know this. You do not necessarily know this because that was an opposed roll.
Yes.
So you don't know what Belton's awareness or alertness was. And because
I just have this image that he's like trying to sort of casually walk out of the coffee shop. Yeah. He's bumped into 3 people, knocked over a tray of cups, slipped over.
Yes.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Oops.
Sorry, I was just trying to follow someone. Sorry.
Oh, I spilled something. Let me dub that. Oh, I
spilled more. You see one of these trolleys, the fucking wheels, he spins it in. Yes.
I meant to be tailing that bloke over there.
That bloke.
Yeah, that one the crumpled guy in the raincoat being tailed by the bald guy who looks like he stepped on a
Tonne
bench.
Belton.
Tom.
So it wasn't a critical failure. So So, oof. You're walking along and your phone goes.
Even better.
It's subtle.
It's quite a loud ring that you've got it on for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's the Macarena or something.
Like something like the Spooks theme tune.
It's
Iron Man.
Yeah. Something loud, quite kind of obnoxious, but perhaps something.
Crazy frog.
Crazy frog, exactly.
Oh, God.
Let's go as horrible as possible.
No, just no.
That takes my last point of sanity there and pushes me to my breaking point.
Well done. You've broken Argus.
I run into the sea.
Behind you, you hear Crazy Frog kick off. So, the
last time I lent my phone to somebody at work.
The phone goes off. Do you look at it? Do you?
Yeah, I look at it.
It's twist.
Who wouldn't? I mean, it's
you said you were scrolling anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's all right. Yeah, I hate that, love.
Twist, you are phoning cleric.
Hi. Yeah. So I'm on my way back. I've just seen Specs, and he sorted the other issue we had. How's it going? And whereabouts are you? We really need to meet.
No, it's fine. The doctor said it's nothing to worry about. It's the biopsy came back clear, so I'm a happy bunny. It's fine.
Oh, we're doing that. Okay.
No. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about it at all. It's fine.
If I play I might just try and say things now to put you off. So, haha.
Oh, haha, very fucking funny.
No, so,
Next time you have a biopsy, I'll phone you. It's be all fun and games.
okay, well, let's just go down this avenue. Okay, so, if we...
It's fine. I'll get Chinese for dinner. It's fine. I'll be home for dinner.
That'll be great. But, where are you going first? As in, tell me where to meet you.
So you know that you
I don't know, to be honest.
You know that you were going to be heading towards the solicitors. You know that was going to be your next port of call.
Yeah, but I'm not going to blurt that out in the middle of the...
Okay. you can always say, call me back. Anything like that. That's all good. I'll text you the...
Well, I did say I don't know, to be honest, which...
Yeah.
For the rest of the conversation, fits in quite well.
So above game, where is the sisters? Is it just in Plymouth somewhere?
It's in Plymouth. No. It's over to the...
Yeah,
okay.
It's the posh bit of Plymouth,
we'll say, well, I'm heading to Plymouth. I'll meet you... I
think we are back. Once again, hello. The joys of internet. Hooray. So, Eddie, you're walking along with this violent set of roses. It was better the first time.
We all laughed.
What is it? We all laughed, we all cried. What is it that you are doing?
I'm following Argus because he told me to. Well, he nodded to say follow where we're going.
Yes.
We know that he came out of the hospital, didn't we?
Yes.
Because he said that on the phone before we met him. And because we're near a hospital, that's why I got the flowers, because chances are he's asking Argus to go into the hospital and see something. The hammer is because it's been that kind of couple of days.
But is it a hospital? Is it the back in the time where you were allowed to take flowers in, or is it in a time where you're not allowed to take fresh flowers?
2014.
Also, I think we're not going
Eddie
into the
know well enough. So.
Are we not?
Tried.
We're not going into the hospital though. We've left the hospital. We're going to his flat.
So, Argus and Belton
still carrying flowers.
Argus and Belton
still hides a hammer.
Left the hospital. They have walked over to about 5 minutes away now from the hospital itself. They went south and they arrived at a tall Victorian building that's been split up into flats. Did you follow them with your flowers?
Yep, following them the whole way, and just relaxing into it. I do notice a cleric trying to look inconspicuous and kind of rolls my eyes a bit, and rather than kind of trying to sneak,
is he trying to do a more of a normal walk, but actually making a really awkward walk?
Yeah, I got a stealth of 50, so yeah, I'm whistling as if I'm about to go off on a date. Yeah, all's cool. I just happen to be walking in the same direction as them.
Okay, so you're not expressly trying to hide yourself or anything like that.
Eddie's learnt to hide in plain sight, which is why he normally walks around with the Dayglow jacket and the helmet. He's long since learnt that he's too big to hide. So the best thing he can do is fit in.
That's fair.
Career criminal.
Okay. So, I won't ask you to do a stealth, because you haven't expressly said that you're trying to remain inconspicuous. But, how close are you actually walking to Belton and Argus? Are you like? How well are you?
He's not close enough that he can hear the conversation.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So you're a good like 10, 20 meters away, something like that.
Yeah, as long as I can see Argus, then I'm fine. Yeah. Argus will be able to get all the information. That's not what I need. It's just that if somebody suddenly jumps Argus, I am within sprinting range. So yeah, a good 20 plus meters.
Okay.
And what tends to happen is that when Argus and Matey Boy turns a corner, I will suddenly kind of run to catch up, then look around the corner and just kind of wait until some space, the 20 meters has happened again, and then I'll turn the corner.
Yeah, sure.
But I stay way behind. Way behind.
Argus, you walk into the man's flat. You walk into Belton's flat. He takes you up to the second floor. He opens the door and is like, just through here. By the way, I think we're being followed.
Okay. I need to make a little judgment call here. As to whether or not I'm like, it's cool though with me, or
yes.
I think I will, to be honest. Full disclosure, Mr. Belton, I did come to the hospital with security.
Security?
They mean no harm to you, if you mean no harm to me.
Fair enough.
But you've nothing to worry about. They're not to worry. They won't follow us in here. Just be waiting outside for me to come.
They usually carry flowers.
Oh, has he seen him rather than the other one?
Yes.
Yeah, somebody else or the other one, I reckon.
I'd have thought he would have seen Cleric being awkward.
It was an opposed roll.
He's doing his best to blend in. Bless him.
Don't be so happy, Nick. That was my failure, not your win. So,
your failure is my success.
That's true. Right then, if you're sure.
You'll make me pay for it later, it's fine.
Damn right I will.
Take the wins where
It's
you
just
can.
through here. So he leads you through to it's quite a small flat, really. You can tell that he doesn't tend to spend a lot of time here. A few takeaway boxes just kind of chucked on the side. It doesn't look like he's doing badly for himself or anything, but it's not in his interest to have like all of the mod cons and luxuries in life.
Yeah. I think I'm finding the state of his flat worryingly familiar.
There's a bottle of Jack Daniels on the side.
No.
It's about half empty.
Yeah.
With a single glass.
Is there a dog bowl on the floor?
There's no dog
I
bowl.
guess we will at home.
There's no dog bowl. He takes you in, actually just into it's like a small kitchen, but there's a table there, and he says, "Sit down, be a minute." He goes off into one of the adjoining rooms. Do you do anything, or are you just waiting until he comes back?
Yeah, I'll text Eddie,
Mm-hmm.
and Cleric, I guess, and
Yeah.
just say, hold off if I'm not out in an hour.
Yeah, fair.
If you don't hear from me for an hour, come and
storming.
save me. Yeah.
Right, okay. So you've given
You
him
send
an
it to
hour.
the group WhatsApp gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reply, scream if you need us, we'll hear you.
If you send it in the
Scream
group-
if you want to go fast. Scream if you want to go fast.
If you send it in the group chat, Twist will have seen that and be like, I there's no context behind it. I've no idea what's going on.
So,
Just send back a question mark. Huh?
just a couple of minutes later, Belton comes back in, and he's got a suitcase. It's not a big one. It's It's just quite a small suitcase, really, like one of the little travel ones.
Is it a metal one or is it a normal, like, is it a flight case type of suitcase?
Yeah, it's a little flight case.
Does it look like the torture case from 24?
No, it's not that.
Okay,
fun.
right.
It's not that fun. So he walks over to the table, and like he kind of moves an old plate to one side and puts the case on there. Yeah, well, I've done a little bit of research already. And he starts unzipping this case, and there's a whole bunch of papers and stuff in it. Yeah, we've obviously stumbled onto something that's some kind of intelligence operation or something like that. It's completely beyond us. I mean, the main thing that I'm finding is that there's a company called Potentia Holdings Incorporated. They had something like, I don't know, one person running the company. Yeah, Robert Justin Ortega. Essentially, they asked us to deliver, or rather, should I say, Wells. They asked Wells to deliver various items. I've no idea what it was. Some of it was paperwork, to my knowledge. Might have been a couple of other things. Wells never really was particularly open with exactly what was done. But I'm pretty convinced that, for whatever reason, I don't know, she's just got mixed up in something awful.
And sorry if I've asked you this already, but
yeah, it's all right. It's been a while.
these were packages that you were taking from Mr. Graves. He contacted you to run these packages from him to...
Wasn't Mr. Graves. I don't know who Mr. Graves is. And you will remember he hasn't talked to you about Tibalt Grieves.
Reeves, sorry.
That's right.
I thought...
No.
My okay, I think my brain's just honestly, genuinely just crashed because I could have sworn he'd just mentioned that name in that conversation.
Did he?
But I thought I don't know, and I also now don't know if you're just fucking with me.
No, he said Robert Justin Ortega.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Robert Justin Ortega is the single employee of Potentia Holdings.
Yeah, of Potentia Holdings. Yeah, I got that. Yeah. And then there was...
And he doesn't know who Greaves is.
Okay.
So, is he saying that he was moving the packages for Potentia Holdings,
Yes.
but didn't know who he was giving it to?
Correct.
Everything was paid
He
for there,
wasn't.
so it's quite
Wells
possible.
was.
Yeah. Ah, so Wells will know who Greaves is, but not...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very
Either thought it was just a dead drop. So,
well,
yeah, could be either.
somehow my brain has taken Wells and connected that to our scientist
But,
man,
it makes
and
sense.
I don't know why my brain
No, it
did
makes
that.
sense.
Let's ignore me. I don't say that.
That's fine.
I'll change the question. And these drops that you were making,
Yeah.
where were they? Do you know where they were being taken? Or was there a collection point, or did all of this go through Evelyne and you didn't?
All I know, I mean, it pretty much all went through Evelyne. Yeah, all I know is that it was just somewhere in St. Ives. A Thai geneticist or something.
Did you say a Thai geneticist?
Retired.
Oh, retired. Sorry.
I'm a Thai geneticist.
I was like, where did that bit come from?
I'm obviously nodding and trying to make it look like I don't know exactly who he's talking about.
Of course.
And I'm going to dig into these papers, I guess, see what else I can glean. If there's anything I can, I'll just dive right in and start reading and scanning. If you want me to make a roll on that,
totally.
I do have skills in bureaucry, if that would help.
Actually, there's no need really to roll for it. What I would say is that if you take these papers, he's offering them to you.
Right. I mean, again, if he's offering them to me, I'm taking them.
So he offers them to you, but like I've got to have some kind of number I can reach you on. I mean, half of these are copies anyway.
I'll absolutely give him the number of my my Pisces burner phone that they gave us. I'll give him that number. That's fine. He can have that.
Gives you
this phone is going in a fucking ditch at the end of this operation anyway. So
fine. He knows that you've obviously got his number already because you called him. So that might take you a bit of time just to work through all of that information, because it looks like there's a fair amount.
Yeah, of course. And if it looks like, I'll just say this now, if it looks like we're pushing the hour mark, I will remember to text Cleric and Eddie so that they don't come smashing through the doors and windows, guns blazing, in a braver yet misguided attempt to save me.
SAS into the into the embassy type thing. Yeah.
Amazing. With flowers.
Yeah.
And
Petals everywhere.
Okay. So at the end of this conversation that you have with Bellic, you learn that as far as he's concerned, this is a whole bunch of information that he's put together since the fire kicked in at his premises. He was going to talk to Wells, but she was shot before he was able to do so. I mean, as far as I can tell, I'm pretty sure that Evelyne is in real danger. And because of that, I mean, I can't be there all of the time. I've got some people watching you. So, I'll let you know if something changes. I'm pretty sure she's going to have a fair amount of information.
Grateful. Absolutely. I'm probably best I take these.
It's okay.
Night. Tough game as well. Quickly ask: is Evelyne? I know she's been shot. Is she unconscious?
She has been put into a medical coma.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, medically induced coma. So, Eddie and Cleric, I'm assuming you're outside. You're just kind of hanging around, keeping an eyeball on the place. You've received this text from Argus. You've not heard anything in a little bit, and then you get another message basically saying all's good, don't worry, coming out soon.
Twist would have also sent a message because she was only about half an hour away.
Yeah. Okay.
So she would have said, I'm in whatever coffee shop.
Yep, cool.
Street.
Okay. So, it's not the same coffee shop as the hospital.
No.
Back there again. Okay, so Argus, are you just going to leave Belton's premises?
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Yeah, there is a niggling little thing in the back of my head because I'm feeling very focused on sort of, solving this thing and finding out what's actually going on, etc., etc.
Of course.
There is that other thing in the back of my head of the mission statement for Pisces in general during these operations, which is to make sure that regular folk don't find out about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy has maybe not a lot of information that would point towards what's actually going on, but some of it.
Yeah.
I guess. Nah. Yeah, I'll head out. And as I'm on my way out, I want to. I don't know. Is there any way I could? I just want to make sure he doesn't have copies of what he's given me.
He said that a lot of these are copies anyway.
He did say a lot of these were copies. Great.
Yes, he got the copies, or has Wells got, the originals as well.
Closer to your mic, please, Natalia.
I'm sorry. But has he got the originals, or is it Wells that's got the originals and you've
No one's
got the copies?
No one's asked.
Yeah, I can't do it because I know where this leads, and it leads to us burning this guy's fucking house down, or Eddie's going to come in here and cut his fucking throat.
Delta Green.
And
I am mostly offended.
Arthur can't really handle that right now.
I'm mildly excited.
Even though that is technically his job.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna take these and head out.
Okay.
And rejoin the others.
So, what I'll say is that Argus, Cleric, and Eddie, you all meet up a few doors down from Belton's flat, just to not be completely obvious about, hey guys. So you find yourselves about 5 minutes or so from the coffee shop that Twist says that she has gone into.
It's really high end, ridiculously elitist, super poncy coffee shop.
Well, what's it called?
Arse. I don't know.
It's called Arse.
Coffee a go-go.
Coffee a go-go.
Something just really, I don't know, hipster, but also
Arse is
horrible.
not a hipster name for a coffee shop.
I don't know.
It's the word coffee,
maybe
but they've
it's-
taken all the vowels out.
It's just kuf.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Cool.
With
So you guys head to
kuf
Kuf.
33.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, and an inexplicable umlaut just somewhere.
Yeah. Over the
Around the whole
Like over
thing.
an F, over the K, because there's no letter with an umlaut over a K.
So you go to Kuf 33, where...
I'm sorry, the C's silent.
Oh, sorry. 33.
and the 33 is pronounced ooh.
Yeah.
So it's F.
It's
Ooh.
Yeah, we sit down, we go to this place, we sit down, we pay £5 for a fucking Americano.
At least.
And this is
A
why
A small one. A small
This
one.
is
and
why
this-
we
yeah.
deserve for the entire planet to die.
But it takes half an hour for you to get that because they have to drip it very slowly and tell you the entire history.
Yes, slow drips. So, You go and you find Twist. She's sat there. She's got a couple of bags next to her, actually. And is this a good place for a break?
You're the handler. You tell her.
Yeah.
By definition, it's a place where you have a break. So
Now we're in. We should all go get some
Silent
coffee.
C.
I don't. Let's be back in roughly 10 minutes, and we can drink some coffee and have fun. See you then. We're back. Hello, everybody. I hope everyone had got their coffee. I know I do. It's not civet coffee.
Why would you say that, John? We haven't spoken about this.
I'm sure we have. So, you are all sat in a lovely coffee shop. Around you, there are people serving. There's you've got the guy over by the guy. You got a guy over by the coffee maker. Word.
Are you okay, man?
I'm having a moment. The barista is making some coffees. There's a big line. You see Twist sat over in the corner. She's got a couple of bags. I assume you all just kind of order some coffees, and you find that yes, it is an incredibly pretentious coffee store. It is. It's not a cafe, is it? No A's.
33.
Not E. You all sit down, and
Twist then tells them that they're not allowed to sit down until the barista has told them about the civet that their coffee came from, and they will come and get them if they don't. Just stand up there and let them quickly tell them about their particular civet.
I've just got this image of the barista looking like Judge Rinder.
Yes, absolutely. You'll discover that each one of your coffees are various named civets, Jeremy through to Clive.
Oh, Arthur, look, let's not play this out, but Arthur will absolutely not stand for this. And is in, look, no. I'll go somewhere else if it comes to that. If I'm being forced to do that, I'm leaving.
There are
looks at the barista and says, just don't with him. And then she looks to Argos and says, I'm really sorry. I've just been to see Specs, one of my sort of old colleagues, and lovely guy, but incredibly dull. He only ever drinks camp or mellow bird coffee with no sweetener, no sugar, no milk. I had to have some kind of wanky coffee. Sorry.
And then look at the barista and apologise and go, your coffee's wanky.
No, sir, no, it's completely wanky.
We pride ourselves on the wankiness.
Is that how they get it out the civet then?
Coffee with the utmost wank.
We've got 3.5 crowns for wankiness.
I pull out my gun.
Threaten to shoot everybody and then shoot myself. Yeah.
The barista gets the impression that Argus is a little bit pissed off with the scenario and moves the plot along. Everybody sits down and
they sell no food.
So
there's no possibility of anything to eat. It's just the coffee.
Fine.
No Rocky Road. No brownies. No.
So
What, no Bischoff? What kind of class joint doesn't do coffee with Bischoff?
That doesn't sell those. It comes with those.
They're the freebies.
Oh, that's okay then.
yeah, it's just on sale.
Otherwise, I'd have to burn
Very
the place
tiny
down.
though. Very tiny.
If you give a very large £10 tip to the barista.
So
Can I just show him the hammer?
You just start waving your flowers
lifting
at her.
the hammer very slowly out of the flowers.
I don't take tips, sir. So,
Yeah, we fade out and we fade back
out.
in again on our
And-
in a
and you're
completely
sat there.
different coffee shop.
different coffee shop.
like
In a Costa.
several doors down, just a few streets away,
you
in a
fade out.
different place.
You fade up.
We've
on
gone to the
spoon.
Greasy Mermaid.
Yeah,
Fade up on
amazing.
greasy spoon.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm
Sat
totally.
there
everyone's
with a
got a
normal
fryer.
cup of tea and a bacon
Builder's
sandwich.
tea. Builder's tea and a bacon
So-
sandwich. There you go.
So,
Looking slightly crestfallen.
Tea or coffee, as long as you didn't have to toss off an otter, I'm good.
No, it's here if it's PG tips. Like Twist is happy. It's all fine.
so I'm assuming what happens is you exchange information as to everything that's kind of been going on. Argus, you tell them about, or do you? I don't know. Do you tell them about what Belton says? Show them the suitcase of
I do.
info.
I do. I fill them in on the whole conversation, the shooting of Evelyne Wells' involvement with what were they called? Potentia Holdings. The likelihood that Potentia Holdings were using this detective agency to move documents and potentially packages to our geneticist friend.
Yes.
Yes, Gaius Grieves. And I'll take the documents out as well and sort of spread those around so they can take a look at them.
So
What I don't necessarily mention in this moment is that he said he had copies.
fair enough.
I'm not going to tell them that.
Twist will ask. Do you know? Is he going to let us know if they bring her round?
He certainly said he was going to, and he's got my number. Well, this number.
Yeah.
I think I convinced him I was just a curious journalist. Maybe a bit closer to the truth than he was. Which I suppose is not entirely a lie, which is maybe why it worked.
It's a good call. Twist tells them about her adventure to Specs that he did find some CCTV, and she tells him what was on the CCTV and that he thinks he's removed it all. Fingers crossed. It wasn't quite as sus
boss.
as we thought.
Screwed up with the van.
But I think we're in the clear at the moment, so let's hope. So what's the... she's going to start reading through her wedge of papers that he's given her, but what's the next plan? Where are we going from here?
So I believe the original idea was to head over to the solicitors. That's there.
That's the next lead that's here.
Within Plymouth, yes.
Is that
Did we get the name?
Marcus Silverman and Green, is that?
That's correct.
Oh, nice. Well done.
I didn't know if that was them. I've just got three names there. I didn't write solicitor. That'd be useful.
Marcus Silverman and Green solicitors.
So I assume there's something. Well, I wasn't sure what. Yeah.
Now,
remind me, what was what led us to the solicitors?
So,
been a long week.
That was the diary, I think, in the...
That's about... No, the diary
Wells.
said about Wells delivery every couple of months, and the Wells delivery was the...
you
text
did
What
find
else?
some documents.
Check stub.
Yes.
That was it.
You
Check
did
stub,
find some
Aaron
documents.
Silverman.
Now, Aaron Silverman paid the only time there's been, other than offshore accounts, the only time there was any payment for anything to do with the laboratory. And that's because Aaron
Building
Silverman
of it,
himself signed a check for one of the builders because there was some error. So he's obviously paid for that himself. Other places that you have found Silverman, other places you found Silverman. Primarily what Argus is telling you at the moment is that Marcus Silverman and Green, the solicitors, are the solicitors which work with Potentia Holdings in some capacity. And Potentia Holdings are the people that have essentially hired Wells to deliver packages to Grieves.
Aren't Potential Holdings in the Cayman Islands? Is that them?
They have accounts in the Cayman Islands. But don't forget, you guys have got Google. You can do research. You have some papers right in front of you. Perhaps you spend a few hours here having a look at stuff. You could potentially get information just through doing a little bit of library.
I've got my laptop, so I'm going to see if I... is there, in the Greasy Spoon, is there internet connection?
There is indeed.
2014,
It's 2014, and people thought around about the year 2005 that maybe this internet thing is catching on. Maybe we should start putting internet into our cafes and things. So yes,
I'm going to take out my nice Apple Mac and just start.
Cool.
Googling
So you start having a look around, Googling things, Potential Holdings, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Eddie, Argus, Twist, are you reading through this
Twist
stuff?
Twist will be reading through stuff. She will be trying to, I imagine, because of what she does for a living, she's probably got a way of being able to access certain databases.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah.
So she might, any names that come up, she might type the names into the databases to see if it brings anything up on the people.
Okay. Argus, what are you doing? Journalizing.
Yeah, I mean, I think unless you tell me now I've gotten everything that I can out of it, I think he's going to be like properly poring over the stuff that I got from Tonne Belton.
Okay.
And the physical documents.
Yes. Yeah. And Eddie.
Having a massive fry up.
Yeah. I mean, he's having the fry up. He's got his coffee and his can of Monster. and hurtling
He
towards
won't
that.
sleep for a week.
Hopefully his heart will give out before he actually finds out about the horror of his future. But the
This is the horror.
he's on his phone, and he is checking out anything that might be similar in the news to I believe it was an assault rifle that was used in Plymouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, large caliber assault
Or was it
rifle.
Southampton? It was one of the
Or
two.
a rifle or
Plymouth.
something.
Large caliber
It was
rifle,
Plymouth.
yeah. Looking at anything that might be related to that, and he's not just looking for anything that has a gun. He's looking at anything that's got that kind of extreme violence to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
Twist is going to anything that comes up on any of the people as well. Anything to do with forensic information to do with them, like whether it's criminal background, something like that. She's going to actually discuss that with Eddie as well, because she thinks that might actually be useful.
Oh, sure. Okay, that's fine. Right, let's work our way through this. Cleric, you are Googling potential holdings. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. Right.
God, we're such coffee shop people.
You are. You're all there. You're writing your novel.
Yeah, but we're doing it in like a greasy spoon, so it's not actually as pretentious as it sounds.
Okay, so it's a very cheap sex
We're being
novel.
judged by everybody else in the cafe going, look at them wankers.
Yeah. Why aren't they down the road at Cathay?
Because it's on fire. That's why.
It's the third
The civics
arse
that
of this week.
produced that are now dead.
So,
Eddie has found them.
Argus just did that whole falling down thing.
Yeah.
breaking.
just want to have breakfast.
I just want a fucking coffee.
So, let's see. Let's work our way through it. Potentia holdings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, you find that Potentia Holdings is where are you?
Sorry.
Go. Okay, so Potentia Holdings is tied to a man called Robert Justin Ortega, which tracks with what you heard from Argus and Belton. He is part of Ansile Incorporated.
So, Anstyle.
Ansile. So that's Ancile.
Ansile, what's it? The
Incorporated.
Incorporated. Yep.
So that means it's an American company. Maybe our friend from across the pond might be able to help us with that.
Now, Ansile Incorporated is owned by Robert Justin Ortega, and he is a super successful young inventor and executive. And he lives the high life. A kind of dodgy version of Bruce Wayne.
So Bruce Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Maybe without the Batman part.
Elon Musk
Yes.
then.
Yes.
Let's say Batman didn't invent anything. He just had lots of money to get someone else to.
That's true.
Yeah, he did. He did invent a few things. He's really clever as well.
But is that from like being trained by the people that actually knew how to make the stuff though? Rather than...
Everybody's trained to do.
No, but what I mean is it's like, it's not like he's just picked things up as he's gone along, as opposed to
Possibly.
it being
The way that I read it is that Stark was an engineer and Bruce Wayne was a martial artist with a lot of money.
Yes.
That's it.
and a cave. Yeah.
And a butler.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Sorry, there's so much information. Interestingly, as you are looking through all of this stuff, Argus, he's actually picking up some of this information as well. And the way I imagine it is you're all talking to each other at the same time. Every now and again, you say, this guy, Robert Justin Ortega, he's looks like he's part of a Potentia Holdings. He's the single employee of that. So obviously, like Potentia Holdings and Ansile Incorporated are they're related in some way through this guy, Justin Ortega. You don't really know who Justin Ortega is, other than he's just this super successful guy. There's various cleric, you come across various interviews with him, and he comes across as he seems intelligent. He's worth a hell of a lot, millions. He managed to create something called Titanite Weave, which is a body armor that's supposedly 2 times stronger than Kevlar, but half the weight. And it's considered to be this kind of modern miracle of body armor.
Can Twist not only look him up on her database of things that she's on, but can she also see if he's ever had a psych evaluation and see if she can read anything into the human side of that? Yes,
of course you can. I would ask you, though, to roll me a bureaucracy.
Ooh, I get to roll!
Right. Oh, yeah, by the way, anything you've failed, remember to tick that off.
You haven't had a chance to roll many yet.
Cleric did. Cleric failed. So.
I've got a 10 and a 6. So is that 60? I'm not used to rolling actual dice. So nobody tells me what it is.
That's 16, isn't it?
No, because the 10 is the 10s. Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. No.
16.
But then it's 6 10s, isn't it? So it's 60. 60, yeah?
No, it should be 1/6.
No, I think that's 16.
No, so you got a 10 on the you got a 10 on the percentile dice and a 6 on the D10, then that's a 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you got a 6 0.
Well, I think that means I've passed, so that's good.
That sounds like
double check. Sorry.
Okay, while you're doing that,
yep.
The Potentia Holdings has a post office box in Plymouth.
Oh, I passed. Yep.
Well done. And that is paid for by Marcus Silverman and Green.
Where did you say the PO box was?
In Plymouth. Where you are.
In Plymouth, and it's paid for by Marcus
Silverman and Green. So by the solicitors. So there's all of these connections that you can see.
Yep. So I rolled a 16 under a 63.
So you find a couple of other little bits of information. Twist. You find out a little bit more background on Robert Ortega. You discover that he had a mother by the name of Angela Whittier, which is WHITTIER. And they used to live early life in Woodbridge.
In Essex, yeah?
I don't know if Woodbridge is in Essex.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm thinking, what am I thinking? Redbridge.
Redbridge, yes.
Yeah.
Woodbridge is near Rendlesham. It's okay. For all of the conspiracy theorists out there, they're going, ooh, right now. Don't worry. It's all good.
Does he have any kind of, is there any kind of criminal, any record?
He doesn't have any record, but both. You don't know of any father. There's no record of any father as such. But you do know that there was a trust set up by Marcus, Silverman and Green for both her and her son. And then that trust was passed to Ortega when he turned 21 in 2004. Yeah, so
21 in
his birth
2004.
certificate
So
lists his father as unknown.
he's 21 in 2004. So he's now 31 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You find out that some former schoolmates and teachers described him as distracted. Generally, people are kind of seeing that he's known for his good looks and apparent wealth and spending most of his time partying. Hence the Bruce Wayne. And
do we have anything like a current address? Do we have partner? Do we have
he has,
ex-girlfriends, boyfriends?
He drives a Tesla. And he lives in luxury penthouses in Ipswich, London, and Manhattan.
I'm sorry, how can you put Ipswich in the same?
It's because...
Luxury penthouse in Ipswich.
I know.
It's like Peckham, Paris, New York, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Ipswich. London, New York, Ipswich.
This is...
Look,
okay.
I mean, clearly you guys have never been to Ipswich. It's a real party town.
Exactly. Now,
I have been to Ipswich. I got lost on the multiple roundabouts.
Ipswich is also south of Rendlesham and Woodbridge.
Okay, yep.
So it's the closest city.
One to his mum. Yep.
In fact, he went to University of Suffolk. And he got a degree in chemical engineering in 2004. So he's obviously
In
intelligent.
2004, so he was only 21 when he got a degree.
It did say he's very clever.
Right then.
Oh,
Prodigy.
Simon's found something.
Oh, has that only just popped up now?
Yeah, I've just seen that come up on the stream.
I haven't seen anything. Oh, let's see.
Can I have a look at that? It's all fun. Yeah,
Yeah, I found that on my phone and I went, ooh.
yeah.
But
Yeah, go on.
that Rendlesham, right? So that would be before he was born, because that was December 1980. Yes. Actually, that was 2 days after I was born that all that happened. Literally.
So, in case anybody is wondering,
he would have been born 2004, and he's 2004. He was 21, so he would have been born in 84, 83, 84.
Yeah.
So it'd be after this. Yeah.
Yes. I'm not suggesting that the Rendlesham Forest incident is anything to do with this guy's birth. Or is it?
Yeah.
So, in case you're wondering, we are talking about the Rendlesham Forest incident, which is it's kind of known as Britain's Roswell. Over the course of, I think, 2 nights, an American Air Force base reported sightings of
3 nights, I think.
3 nights.
26, 27, 28. Yeah.
Over the course of 3 nights, there were reports of various close encounters, as they say. And interestingly, there is actually some evidence of it, because there's recordings of them walking around the forest, talking about, I can see this and I can see that. A bit weird. But anyway.
Radiation readings and stuff as well.
Yeah. Anyway, so you find out all of this stuff about Ortega. You then, you see that he occasionally visits his offices in Ipswich, because his one of his company's facilities for Ansile Incorporated is located there, which is why he has a delightful penthouse in Ipswich. High flying. Yes, and one of the last things that you find out there, twist, is that you see that he occasionally visits Aaron Silverman in a restaurant.
Do you know which one?
One in London. Oh, and
So no.
Well, I shouldn't say just one in London. London, London, and there's also in Plymouth as well. They tend to swap around a little bit.
Okay, that's what I meant. Is there a particular one, or is it just
no,
yes,
not
there
necessarily.
is, but it's in London. I'm not going to tell you the name.
It just tends to be kind of very expensive restaurants, very, very highfalutin. They probably have civet coffee and things like that.
Twist has probably been in them.
Never again.
He takes him to the Ivy.
The Ivy's actually not as posh as it used to be in that way. It's become
yeah,
a
but
bit
it
more
used to be in
actually,
2014. It probably was.
It was actually back then, yeah.
So, Ansile Incorporated started in 2004 as well, when he got his money. And it now has 441 people across various sites.
So employees, yeah?
Yes. Yes, well known for its success with numerous classified government contracts.
And does he have a psych evaluation at all? Being that if he's a high flyer, they usually end up having them.
No, all you have found is you found a couple of things where it's like previous schoolmates saying that he's distracted, stuff like that. So you've not found anything very specific about his kind of current state.
Any medical records?
Not really. No. No. Okay, Argus. You find out a couple of these things as well. As you're looking through all of these various papers. You find out that Belton has actually, on top of various things like this, you also find he's assembled national insurance numbers, some social security numbers from the States, and printouts of driver's licenses. In fact, he's managed to...
falsified?
No, they are of various people who work at Marcus Silverman Green. And also some people that work for Ansile Incorporated. So it's like it's a random assortment of stuff that he's managed to find as well. The ones that are kind of jumping out at you though are primarily Silverman.
Right.
That's the thing that's kind of jumped out at you particularly.
Have we seen anything dodgy as well? Sorry,
Argus.
As in like Silverman's number plate. Or...
Yeah, well, you essentially you have his national insurance number, so you're able to find out additional information about him if you decide to. Most of the other information there, it's just kind of mixture of various different employees and people that work for Silverman, Marcus and Green.
has there been any, from anything we found out, any notable incidents or weird happenings within, like, through the company or anything else? Like, is there any new, things that can link onto news reports or anything like that that might be suggested that they a dodge in any way?
The major thing is that there's one employee for Potentia Holdings, that they have an incredible turnover.
Well, Potential Holdings,
Yes.
even though it's only one employee.
Yes. 300 million last year, which was something
Oh,
you
a
already
turnover.
knew.
Sorry, I thought you meant like as in employee turnover. I was like, how can they have a
Oh, yes.
really bad employee turnover?
One guy.
One employee.
One guy dying constantly. Sorry, you're fired. But I'm the only person here. Well, I'm firing you.
Oh, you're employed again. Yeah.
Okay, so they have a massive income, should I say? Like 300 million just last year itself, and
Sterling or dollars?
Sterling. Now, you did kind of know this already because it was a little piece of information that you managed to glean from Grieves' notes, I think. Anywho's, you're all sat there and Eddie's looking through his phone and he's like, oh, okay, let me have a look to see if there's any other, like high-powered rifle assaults or anything like that. The main thing that you're coming up with there, Eddie, is that Evelyne Wells had suffered a serious wound to the upper left arm from a high-powered rifle as she was coming out of, I believe it was the cafe on the dock. I think it's actually called the Dock Cafe, in fact. It was you find this news report about this because you're checking out, like, yeah, okay, high-powered rifle assault. It looks like one of the witnesses there said that it looked like Wells dropped her phone just before she was hit, and they think if she hadn't dropped her phone and bent down to pick it up, she would be dead.
So it was a hitman and looking like a proper, takeout as opposed to or at least trained, assassin of some.
Apparently, at this point, she shouted for everybody to clear the area. So, without any thought of herself, she attempted to make sure other people were safe. And then she actually had a firearm herself and fired back at what they believe was a car parked across the street where muzzle flashes could be seen from that car. No witnesses actually saw the person shooting, but they can't. They describe the car as being a grey sedan.
So it was like semi-automatic fire rather than automatic fire.
Yes, yeah. It was a very high-powered rifle, essentially probably a sniper rifle of some description. And there were several shots from that rifle.
Okay, Eddie was going to go to check out the crime scene to see if he could find where the shooter was, find the grassy knoll, as it were. But if they were in a car, obviously the any evidence would have gone with the car. Anything about? I mean, normally they would put out a request to look out for a particular car.
Sure. Okay. So the only thing that they have managed to find is, unfortunately, it was in a blind spot with regards to CCTV because it was just down by the docks and it was quite like a low footfall area in some ways. The extent of it is just it's a grey sedan.
Have they checked all other CCTV around that time for a grey sedan to try and match it up?
You don't know. Would you like to check?
Yes.
Specs.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest with you,
You know,
Twist,
you would. Yeah.
Twist, you probably have some kind of in with regards to that, because you work with
Well, she
MI5.
can. Well, yeah,
MI6,
she
sorry.
can access ANPR.
Yeah. Well,
Stuff like that. Well, or at least, yeah, basically because with MI5, yeah, she basically needs to check database of some description to find.
Okay, I would like.
Now she knows where the area is. It's specific.
Right.
Yeah.
I would like.
Oh, sorry, I got excited. My second roll.
I'd like another bureaucracy, please.
Okay.
Ooh, bureaucracy.
I've got 40 and a 6, so that makes 46.
40 and
And
6.
I passed. Yes.
And that's a pass. What is that under then?
63.
Ooh, 63. You have high bureaucracy.
Thank you.
So, you managed to send a message over to a friend of yours who's over in ANPR section of MI5. They check it on a regular basis for obvious reasons. And
ANPR are British Transport Police, but that work for them. But
it's part of a
obviously
network, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get back a message basically saying apparently they're checking it out. There are a few dead cameras which are around, but as soon as something comes up, he'll let you know.
Oh.
Okay. So you've been sat in this greasy spoon for, I'd say, like 2 hours or so, just having a look through all of this information, checking various bits and pieces out. Is there anything else that you would like to do? Let's say it's getting off into the evening now. We've had a relatively busy day so far.
So we were going to go to the solicitors, weren't we? But if it's getting to the evening, it'd probably be too late for them.
Well, it's going around to around about 5 o'clock.
And it seems
Still
like,
probably they're probably still shutting up.
Can she also look stuff up to do with Aaron Silverman? Rather
Well,
than
how about if we
this?
go? How about if we go and find somewhere like a hotel,
Yeah.
and then we
she's-
sit in a hotel bar and do it or something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Right, so you decamp and head off to a reasonable hotel that's in the centre of Plymouth. The reason why you think it's probably all right is because the bar's relatively well stocked and it's quiet. So you'll sit down. You order a couple of drinks, perhaps Argus. How are you feeling at this point?
A little calmer, I think, after spending like most of today just kind of talking to people and, doing what's felt a little bit like investigative journalism.
Normality.
A tiny bit.
Yeah.
So I don't think, if everyone else is in the bar, I think he is going to try to avoid alcohol this evening. I think there's a moment after we've done all this research, we're finding somewhere to sleep, he's going to pop outside for a cigarette, and while he's doing that, he's going to just see if there's been any news or any updates about the film that's been that he found out about in one of the very early episodes. The Kerry Mac movie that is filming close by, I believe. I can't remember exactly where it was filming because I'm a terrible player.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. It is. Sorry, bear with me. It is absolutely.
Were they not filming on the docks anyway?
They were doing some filming.
Oh
I thought
shit!
they were.
They were filming in Plymouth. I don't know if there was any specifics as to exactly where they were filming. No, it just says Plymouth. Like I didn't write this.
Okay.
So, it says Plymouth. Yes, it's The Reaper is the name of the film.
What was it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice name.
But just if there's been any updates about that or anything that's going on.
You tap into your phone. You stood there with your cigarette and you tap away and Kerry Mact, Reaper, or Plymouth.
Kerry Mact, Reaper, Plymouth, or some combination of those words. Yeah, see what comes up.
Sorry, Mact, is it, or Matt?
Mact. Macht.
Okay, yep.
And you have a look. I should also say it's not Cornwall, it's Devon and Plymouth, I believe.
It is, yeah.
I wrote that wrong the other day. Anyway. You type that in, and a couple of things pop up. It's the usual kind of clickbaity rubbish that you'll end up finding.
Yep.
Kerry Mact makes himself look 20 years younger with this one fantastic tip. Things like that.
Readers were shocked when they found out that Terry Mack did this.
Yes.
Yeah, be a literal fucking monster. Yeah.
Kerry Mact is the undead.
Well, he might be.
He's Hellboy.
I don't know what he is, but I'm trying to find out.
He's a vampire.
Well, again, could be.
So you're looking through, and you see a couple of little updates. Mainly, you're finding stuff where kind of locals are taking snapshots, and maybe he walks into like a local pub or something like that, and Kerry Mac.
Facebook post. Look who we found.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
Like the sort of thick pictures you see of Tom Cruise. It's like he was filming. He went to the local pub.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to give me a
role,
kind of journalistic role in any way. I'm sure
I have the skill journalism.
Maybe use journalism.
That's what I have. I'd love to use journalism, my character's actual job. Let's do this.
Roll that mofo.
Bam. Oh boy, I really fucked that up. That's 74 over 61. Which is a
If
shame.
only other people were somehow there to somehow help you be on your own.
In this
Yep.
moment.
That is fine. That's how he wants it.
In this moment.
These are my deep dark secrets. Thank you very much.
As you are, you're typing into various search engines, and you're like, I feel like I'm missing something.
Even though the whole while there's a little boy stood next to him outside going, "Is that Kerry Mac over there?" And he's just like blanking him and I hear him.
So yeah, Kerry Mac walks by. So you're just having a look through, and it's like, okay. Like there's obviously like he's just out, he's just doing stuff, whatever. And yeah, put your phone away. And I guess you finish your cigarette. Cleric, Eddie, Twist, is there anything in particular you're doing at this point?
Twist is going to be looking...
Okay.
Sorry. Twist is going to probably have something like a green tea that she's not going to drink.
Fair enough.
But she is going to sit somewhere in the bar-ish area that she looks around to make sure there isn't any cameras anywhere.
Yeah, sure.
And make sure that whether she's using a computer or whether she's using her phone, the screen isn't facing anything.
Okay.
It's being recorded. And then she's going to look up Aaron Silverman.
Okay, cool. Cleric, are you you doing anything in particular?
I would probably, when Argus goes outside, I would probably give it 2 or 3 minutes, then probably wander outside. So he just wants to make sure that Argus is doing okay. So Cleric had issues with that night, and Argus obviously
yesterday.
had bigger issues that night. Yesterday, even. It was a long day. Felt like weeks. So it probably wanted outside. Said probably meets him coming back in again after he's just putting his cigarette out and putting his phone away.
Mm-hmm.
They just went out and said, "You're doing all right there, pal."
Fine, about as fine as I suppose you can be in the situation.
It's a bit fucked up, to be honest.
I'm learning that. Yeah.
To be honest, this has probably been one of the worst things that I've done for this mob. It's not been right from the beginning, to be honest, fella.
Not had to put anybody down before, have you?
Above game, I don't think we've actually murdered anybody.
I love how you have to think about it.
We've seen people die, and monsters have killed people.
Have.
But we haven't killed them
and
ourselves.
we did.
We tortured.
Bit of the old self-defense.
You've done...
Yeah.
Well, self-defense, we
not
did do
even
a
that.
torture.
So,
A mild
Sort
torture.
of.
You
Sort
haven't-
of. It was more psychological than anything else.
Well, you say that. Digger stabbed him in the leg and let him bleed out.
But that's Digger. But I then
Spoilers,
called an
guys.
ambulance. I called an ambulance for him, and that's fine.
so, what...
And the rest, we haven't.
essentially-
And there was a guy that I drugged to make him feel like he's going psycho in his house, but we didn't kill him.
You've never outright killed anybody. So...
we did shoot one person very early on.
That's very true.
That was an undead woman thing, wasn't it? That one.
Yes.
Again,
Yeah.
spoilers, guys.
Which is why I wasn't.
Regardless.
But that wasn't like.
So,
Twist doesn't see that as killing something because she felt like it was already probably dead.
in
So
answer
different.
to Argus's question,
Yeah.
no.
You got that.
Well done, Nick. That made all of that. That made all of that completely worth it, and I'm not even joking. You just the way I'm imagining that in the shot. The way I'm imagining that in the shot is, Argus asked that question, and Clary just goes blank for like a solid minute.
But you get a minute of flashbacks.
No,
Amazing.
right.
He sort of pulls that cigarette. I see inside.
Yeah. I pass him by, and I think I'm hotel room bound. I'm not looking to hang out and shoot the shit with Eddie and Twist, who did the murders yesterday. We are colleagues, and I'm afraid of both of you.
Twist is so loving.
And Twist also shot.
You fired guns like so near me.
I mean,
And you told Eddie to kill a guy.
In fairness,
this is definitely Han Solo territory. He definitely fired. She definitely fired first.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah, I'll head.
she's seen a lot of horror films. She got a bit jumpy.
Is there any way in this game, dear sweet handler John,
Yes.
that I could like call one of my bonds
Yes, absolutely.
and maybe get some goddamn sanity points back because I am on the edge
So,
right now. I don't know how that works, but I wonder if I could call Meg, if I could call Oliver, just because they're people that I could contact.
Of course. Now, unfortunately, sanity doesn't really work in that way. Sanity is essentially it's not you really going mad, it's you opening up yourself to the realities of the universe.
Sure, for sure.
Now, bonds...
I'm just aware that that bad things happen when you hit your breaking point, and I'm a point away from that happening.
This is a joyous thing to explore, though, Pip.
Oh no! Hey, look. Okay, don't get me wrong. I want that to happen.
Yes.
I do genuinely, as a player, I want that to happen. I just think that, like, I'm thinking from my character's perspective. He's had a very, very bad couple of days in a lot of ways, and I think this would be a time that he might call a friend. You know, acknowledging that this will not be a friend he can be honest with. But,
yes.
You know,
now, there's only a few ways.
He might call a friend.
There's only a few ways that you can really recover sanity. And those are through doing things that are perhaps... say if you destroy the big bad, or you stop something really awful from happening.
Sure, solve the case.
Solve the case.
Yeah.
Win the girl. All the rest of it.
Go to therapy.
Go to therapy.
Yes, get some fucking therapy.
And genuinely, she's right with that.
Could he
during
not
a home
perhaps
scene,
do that? Could he not perhaps do a bit of an hour's online therapy?
That was online therapy. Yeah, I could if that was something that Arthur would do. And at this point, it's absolutely not. He would. I think then regardless of whether it has any mechanical effect whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think he'll call. He's not going to call Meg because Meg was kind of pissed at him the last time they spoke. So he's going to call Oliver if he's awake.
Oliver. Okay, you're drinking.
What sort of time of night is it?
So we're heading into.
It depends what time of night it is. Okay, then he might still be awake. He's quite an old man. Is Oliver Burton.
I love your name.
Thanks.
So you give Oliver a quick call, yeah?
I give Oliver a ring just to check in on him, see how he's doing.
Did you love my ringtone? It's good, isn't it?
This is great.
This is why people turn up.
Very immersive.
I'm a
Hello.
Oliver.
There you are, Arthur.
It's me.
God,
how are you?
Goodness me. Lovely to hear you again. How are you doing, my good friend?
Fine. Just I'm out in Plymouth at the moment on a story. Just had a rough day. Just wanted to check in with you. How are you, you bastard?
Well, I'm delightful. You just opened up a bottle of lovely port. It's really rich. Quite enjoy that. Sorry, I do apologise. I have to remember you're off.
No, you don't have to remember it. It's good for me to hear it from you, Oliver. It's fine. You enjoy that.
Yeah, you're enjoying it through somebody else's eyes, as it were.
That's right. I'm getting vicariously drunk just by having this conversation with you, which is an impressive feat.
Yeah. Why is it that you're over in where was it? Plymouth.
Oh, it's nasty business as usual. Oh, you don't want to know about it. Some girl's been shot, and we're trying to find out why and who and where. And
it's terrible news.
She's alive though, so hopefully she'll pull through.
It is good. It is good.
Yeah.
Tell me, Arthur. Are you okay?
That's a complicated question, Ollie. I think, as you well know.
Oh, it always is.
No, but I'm working on it. How's that?
Well, I mean, it's completely fair. Completely fair. Of course, one must always, forge onwards, whatever the situation, however difficult things may be. You've gone through worse, I'm sure.
Well, yesterday was at least in the top 5 of pretty bad days, but yeah, we keep soldiering on. Look, if you can live the way you've lived and make it to your age, then there's nothing I can't do. So,
you know what they say? I'm 90% pickled at this stage in my life.
that's it. That's it. They won't need to embalm you when you go.
No, I'm already halfway there. So,
don't worry about me, Ollie. I'm just needed to hear a friendly voice.
Honestly, Arthur, I know that things have been hard, but I am here for you.
I know. I appreciate it. Look, I'd say it's past your bedtime, but you'll be asleep soon if that bottle of port goes down. Or brandy, was it?
No, the port. Port, yes.
Well, you have a couple of sips for me, eh?
I will do. You take care of yourself.
All right. Look, I'll look you up when I'm back in London. Okay?
Yes, please do. I terribly miss our chess.
All right, Ollie. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
And I'll do that thing because I'm guessing this is a sort of like a travel lodge or a Holiday Inn kind of style hotel, nothing too expensive. I'll do that thing you have to do where you because the window's only open like a tiny crack. I'll crack the window the tiny amount and then have the really awkward cigarette out the window to not try and set off any of the alarms, and then I'll get to bed.
Okay, Ferric. You walk back into the travel lodge.
It's not a travel lodge. It's middle of the line. It'd be more
Middle of the
Premier
line.
Inn or something.
Premier Inn. The Premier Lodge.
Not really.
The Premier Lodge.
Much better. Yes.
Premier Lodge.
Going to the Premier
Travel
Lodge.
Inn.
and you see Twist over in the corner in the bar, who is typing away, just doing a bit of research. And Eddie, where are you?
I wouldn't be far from any of them. Basically, he'd just be trying to make sure that he's within earshot or can see them.
Yeah.
Basically, he's just on protect at this point.
Maybe
Especially considering it.
Yeah, he could quite happily. Twist is quite happy for him to sit there. It's up to him if he wants to.
Yeah.
Okay.
In that case, he'd probably just be sat around.
So Eddie and Twist, you're kind of sat near each other. Cleric, you wander in, and Twist, you're typing away on your computer, and you're having a look for Silverman, wasn't it? Aaron Silverman. Yep. Eternian lore. Let me see if I can find some notes about Aaron Silverman.
Also, this bar sounds remarkably like the coffee shop we were in.
It does. I mean, it's a bit too lively at the moment, isn't it? It's a bit too lively. I've just left that going. There we go. Let's swap it up a bit. So, you're typing away on looking at for Aaron Silverman, and it looks like you find out a couple of little bits. Not a ton, but it looks like Aaron Silverman looks to be kind of the main person within the law firm. It looks like they've owned the property in the Crescent since 1979, so it's been going on for some time.
How old's Aaron Silverman?
Yes. You also find out that Aaron Silverman, fair few years back, probably around about the start of the 80s, he actually frequented the Woodbridge area of the UK.
Okay.
A fair amount. In fact, he used to do some.
So, spoiler alert, I'm imagining Silverman is basically what's his face's dad.
Okay.
But there we go.
So you know that he went to. He used to do some military work for the American base at Woodbridge, back towards the early 80s.
Military work, yeah? At Woodbridge.
Yeah, I mean it was law, but he would work with the military with some of the legal stuff that they had to deal with whilst they were in the UK.
Interesting. So he may well have been covering up a lot of stuff to do with the Rendlesham Boozy Watsits.
I mean, guaranteed, right? Yes, and you find that the firms Marcus Silverman and Green solicitors themselves, they only really have one person that they represent.
One client, yeah?
Yes.
Who'd be that?
That is a Mr. Robert Justin Ortega, the CEO of Ansile Incorporated.
So, other than the military law work stuff, do we have any of their history of other clients prior to that? Because obviously, R.J. Ortega, he wasn't born when he first started
true.
Silverman and whatnot.
Very true.
Well, is it stuff that just doesn't matter to worry about? Rather than you have to suddenly come up with names and generate stuff.
No, that's fine. That's fine. There are a couple of other people who kind of crop up. But you see that there's one name that pops up. It's the name Justin Croft with a K.
Does that ring any bells for me?
Maybe not.
I'll look him up afterwards. Do I know why R.J. Ortega goes by the surname Ortega, being that his mother's surname is totally different?
Ah, okay. Yes, actually. I will say that this is actually something that you managed to find in the last load of information. His mother married a gentleman by the name of Ortega. Let me just find out his full name. Pages and pages and pages of info. I'll find it for you at some other point.
Okay. That's fine for now.
Yes, that's the main thing. But yeah, she remarried. At this point, Cleric, you're walking into.
Also, sorry, I wanted to just let you know as well that you haven't yet, because I was waiting for the ANPR results as well.
Oh no, he said that he would get you information when he finds it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. As Cleric walks into the bar, Cleric, your phone actually goes off.
I look at the screen.
It is somebody by the name of Alison Evans McTavish.
Is it wifey?
I turn around and walk back out again. put the phone to my ears.
Mm-hmm.
It's been too long, darling.
Hey Frank, how you doing?
You're right.
She seems a little bit hesitant. I'm a bit worried.
What's the matter?
The police were over earlier.
All right.
They wanted to talk to you.
Didn't say what it's about.
They weren't entirely certain, or clear, should I say? Sorry. Are you not telling me something?
Sorry, John, I missed that bit.
Are you not telling me something?
He was acting.
I know.
Word.
I didn't hear. No, I'm not hiding anything.
Why did the police come and see me?
I have no idea. I'll go and speak to them. Did they leave you a number?
They want to talk to you about some kid called Roshan Singh. And that's where I'm going to leave it for this evening.
It's Roshan from one of our first things.
Yeah, he was. Wasn't it the one that?
Spoilers, guys.
Spoilers, guys.
Can I
frantically checking through my notes going,
No.
did I miss a name? Did I miss a name? I can't see it on the list,
Can I also say with
Yes.
what that evening, Twist would have also sent her sister a message just saying, a WhatsApp message just saying,
That's all
hey,
good.
how's everything? Yeah.
That's all good. We can do that.
Hooray.
Guys, if you failed anything, roll it. Roll it.
I didn't.
I did.
Oh,
Roll that stuff.
And I
we
get
didn't
to add
we
1
didn't
point
actually
to
do a lot of
stealth.
rolling tonight,
I have added 3 points to journalism, bringing it to a 64.
Ooh,
Nice.
get you
Something
learn
I forgot to
things.
do in the actual. Well, actually, maybe because we're still
We'll
on, aren't
do
we?
it.
So maybe I could do it then.
Do
But
it
basically, I had all I wanted to do is that I said that I've bought the vinyls. That's what I had in the bag.
Oh, yes.
I would have given Cleric his vinyl. I have my vinyl. I am aware that if you do things that help your motivation, if your willpower's dropped,
Right.
it can help increase your willpower. So
Yes.
I one of my motivations is finding basically trippy, unusual vinyl, like rare vinyls. And she got a ridiculously expensive, very rare, trippy vinyl.
So what I would say with regards to that as well is don't forget, like, admittedly you can't necessarily very easily recover sanity, but you can recover willpower, because if
If you lose
do
sanity,
something,
you lose willpower anyway. Don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, if you
If you put it on a bond.
if you put it over to a bond, yes.
Got it.
So you can build up your willpower a bit more.
Yes, I have been doing that, so that's okay.
Nice, good.
Can I have a willpower, please?
Yes, you can. You can have a willpower, and
What
Cleric,
do I need to do?
just
what
add
do we
a
need to
willpower.
roll?
Add
What,
one.
just one?
Add one.
Oh, okay.
Cleric, add one willpower as well if you are down a bit, because you receive a
cool record.
cool record. It's cool. Right.
Actually,
so
hang on, wait a minute. I think I dropped. How many willpower did I drop?
Because if you've taken any,
I think I was down to 3. I think I dropped 3, so I'll
add one.
do it.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
good.
my maximum
think.
willpower is 14. I was dropped down to 10, but I've just put it up to 11.
Awesome. Brilliant. Right. So
Thank you very much.
thank you everybody
Yes.
for joining us this evening. I know that this stream is god awful and droppy, but this will go on to YouTube. Who knows?
Yay,
From now on,
hi,
we might just
YouTube.
pre-record things. Hi YouTube. It's lovely streaming to you, although we're not streaming to you, we just recorded.
But at least you'll get
Hi.
us. Yeah, hopefully without the issues.
Without the and then again. Yes. So just quickly, how did everybody do with their roles? Everything good? I've
I
heard
didn't need to
Pips.
roll anything.
Nick,
I rolled a 1
one,
for stealth.
one.
But it all
It
helps.
makes it 15 now instead of 14. So
It's good. You learn through your mistakes. That's why we love Delta Green. It's not all of the madness and death.
Right. It is.
It
you
is
also
that
get
as well,
okay at
yes.
other things.
So, just a couple of quick housekeeping thingies before we say hi and bye to everybody. Next time we're playing Delta Green. Oh, Eddie gained 3 Hugh Mint. Nice. Next time we are playing
I'm growing.
as a human. Next time we are playing Delta Green will be on December the 21st. Hopefully our stream will have recovered.
I've just realised as well
on-
the thing that I was trying to send you guys earlier. I hadn't hit a particular button. But it's
What you mean to send? Yes. Or other streams that are coming up. We are not doing anything this Friday, tomorrow, as everything's gone a bit crazy because everyone's going to Dragon Meet. Woo! I
Yay.
believe Pip, Realms of Peril and Glory, have a show that they're doing. Is that correct?
We are doing a live show at Dragon Meet at 3:30. You may attend with your Dragon Meet ticket. There's no like extra cost for it.
Just that of the soul.
And we'll be playing.
But do not look Pip in the eye, otherwise it's an extra £10.
Yes, if you perceive me, then charges will start to be incurred. but we'll be playing a game of Liminal, the RPG Liminal, with our usual crew, and also our special guest, the lovely Grant Howitt of many RPGs. Will be coming along to reprise a character he played on a previous game. Anyway, yes, come watch. It will be fun, and I will be very angry and Scottish. And I have it on good authority that I will be allowed to punch a ghost in this episode, so I'm really looking forward to that. Amazing.
Well, and hopefully, fingers crossed, in the future, we might even show that very game on this channel.
No, that sounds like madness.
With ghost punching and everything.
With ghost punching and everything. So if you are not in London on Saturday, then you might actually be able to see Pip punch a ghost.
John's going to be busy doing a lot of the tech stuff, running around.
Yes,
and things.
Yes. I have a busy day. You're going to be there as well, aren't you, Simon?
I thought you were going to say
not you, Natalia. I know you're going to be there. Are you going to be there?
I'm going tourist this time round. After every Dragon Meet beforehand, I was behind a stall. I'll be in front of it for a change. But I will be helping out Podcast Zone UK. But I'm going to be a gopher this time round as Chaotic takes a rest for now.
Come befriend me, because I'm going to be walking around as a loner as well. Well, you won't be a loner, but I will be.
But looking forward to recharging with all the various RPG writers and content creators. I'm looking forward to seeing Salvage Union there and a couple of the others. So Massive Press, I think, might be there as well. Leyline Press, definitely there. Catching up with those and planning 2024.
Sweet.
Cool.
It's going to be Dragon-tastic.
You could have done better than that, John. Yeah. That
You're
was
right.
poor.
I could have done better, but I chose not to.
That was almost a nasty one.
Yeah, and on that damp, lukewarm note, let's finish with.
Okay, December the 8th, there should be a episode, a gameplay thing of Vaesen. It's not a. Yeah, I got a good.
Great game.
I am really sorry. I am also in that.
You're in everything, Pip.
I haven't had a stream. I have mine downstairs. I haven't been on a stream on this channel for ages.
That's true.
People have been missing me.
That's very true.
Probably.
We do miss you.
I hear. Yeah.
As well as that, I believe it's the 15th of December. We have a partner in crime of Pip, Zach, running. Oh God, what was it?
Vale?
No, it's not Vale.
Oh.
No, we did Vale already.
Oh yeah.
It's thing.
I don't.
Oh, God.
I
Dark
don't know.
Matter. Thank you.
I don't. I should know what this is, but.
Dark Matter. It's.
I didn't know about that.
It's a 5e sci-fi. Intriguing thing, and there's lots of interesting people on there, including Alistair Stewart, who's a lovely gentleman. We will obviously see you on the 21st of December. I'm sure it'll be a Christmassy one. I'll make sure that everyone's wearing tinsel or something. I don't know. But
are we going to put glitter in the blue goo or something?
I mean, that's the only way forwards, right? Sparkle flubber. I'm going to ask everybody who they are and where they come from, because that's important, and we still do things like that. Simon, who are you?
I'm Simon from the Chaotic Neutral Gamers community, and you can find our work on YouTube.
Yes, you can. Natalia, who are you?
Hello, I'm Natalia, and I come from my mum. I also come from Charles of the Two-Ton Bridges. You can find us on all our podcasts on all of the socials and TOTTB podcast. And actual play now.
That's right.
That's probably it. I know him, that John guy.
Who?
And that Nick one.
Pip? Who are you?
Yes, I am Pip Gladwin. I'm Pip Gladwin from the Realms of Peril and Glory podcast. You can find us at Realms Pod on all the various social things. And come see us at Dragon Meet.
Do so.
I already said a bunch of stuff, so that'll do.
That'll do, Pig. That'll do. Nick.
That'll do, Pip, I think.
That'll do, Pip. That'll do. Nick.
That'll do.
Who are you?
Yes. I'm me.
Thank
Nobody else. I'm Nick, also from Trolls of the Two Tonne Bridges with John and Natalia and some other people as well. So we're all over the interwebs, spending quite a lot of time here with these other lovely people and playing many, many games.
And I am John, he of Handler fame and Trolls of the Two Tonne Bridges and the actual Play UK things and a stream that occasionally works. I hope everybody's had a lovely day and I expect everybody to come back next time on Delta Green.
Oh, you'd better.
With all of your friends.
Or else there'll be trouble.
Or I'll set some flubber
Bring
on
people.
Bye.
Bring cake. Bring
Bye.
people.
Bring
Bye.
cake.
No,
Bye.
not the flubber.